Here we go. Last two examples for section 4.6. Question E. 4 times a to the minus 2 times b to the 2/3 divided by 2 times a squared times b to the 1/3. If we're going to simplify this, then we're going to simplify the 4 and the 2. Oh, my pen shut off. Here we go. Simplify the 4 and the 2. Well, 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. And we're going to simplify the a to the minus 2 and the a squared. A to the minus 2, a minus 2 minus a 2, because when you divide you subtract exponents. And our last one, b, we'll simplify that minus 2 in a second. B to the 2/3 minus b to the 1/3, b to the 2/3 minus 1/3. Well, the 2 obviously is going to stay a 2. Minus 2 is like plus another negative, so this is a to the minus 4, and b to the 2/3 minus 1/3 is b to the 1/3. Now this you might think would be a good final answer, except that we have that negative exponent, so we can't have that negative exponent. And if you've done enough work with these, you should be able to see that, well, if this is all a fraction, then all I have to do is move my negative exponent to the other side of the fraction and change the sign of the exponent. So this is going to be 2 b to the 1/3 all over a to the 4th. And that one would be done. Now, this little thing that I did here is a shortcut for changing my a to the negative 4, which is a over 1 to the negative 4, which is 1 over a to the power of 4, which is 1 over a to the 4th. Well, this would be a 4th as well, but 1 to the 4th is just 1, so this is just 1 over a to the 4th, which I would then multiply back at, or to, the 2 and the b to the 1/3, and it would end up on the bottom of the fraction anyway. Okay, so just a little bit of a shortcut as you start to gain a little bit more practice with those negative exponents, and you have fractions already. You should see that it just pushes it to the other side of the fraction. Whether it's, if it's in the numerator, then it goes to the denominator. If it's the denominator, it goes to the numerator. Question F. 100a divided by 25a to the 5th b to the negative 1/2, all raised to the 1/2. How am I going to attack this one? I think I'm going to simplify inside the bracket first. 100 divided by 25 is 4, so that's this. And then I'll say, well, a divided by a to the 5th is a to the 1 minus 5, that's negative 4. And, well, b to the negative 1/2, well, there's no b up here, 0, b to the 0. 0 minus a negative 1/2 is plus a 1/2. So this is going to be b to the 1/2, all raised to the 1/2. Well, remember that 4 is 2 squared. A to the minus 4, b to the 1/2, all raised to the 1/2. Powers to a power, I'm going to multiply this times this power. That's going to give me, oh, sorry for changing colors. I changed from blue to red there. 2 to the power of 2 times a half is going to be 2 over 2. A to the power of negative 4 times 1 over 2 is going to be negative 4 over 2. B to the power of 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 is 1 over 4. This is going to become 2 to the power of 1. I'm not going to write the 1, but it's there. A to the power of, well, negative 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Or sorry, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. B to the 1/4. And then, of course, remember, here's my fraction. And that this negative 2, because it's a negative 2 exponent, gets pushed to the bottom down here. So this becomes 2 times b to the 1/4 all over a squared. B to the 1/4 all over a squared. Now, that's it. Chapter 4 complete. Lots and lots of practice. There's questions that have been assigned. I'm sure I've got a couple of worksheets that are coming or have come already. You can't get better at these questions unless you practice and try some. So we will see you in class. That's the end of chapter 4.